make a transition because we just got done, in the last 10 days,
Yep.
taking you through a process that A, we are super passionate about, and B, it's one of those things that obviously we're in business to make money. So let's be clear. But
Mm-hmm.
the impact of what we're doing with businesses with this particular offering is really hugely impactful for the businesses.
Absolutely.
So I'm talking about helping business owners reduce their employer health care premium costs.
Yep.
And when most people hear that, they go, well, I'm already getting a pretty good deal from my broker, right?
No, you're not. Sorry, you're
Yeah.
not.
Yeah.
I was in the health insurance business. I know what premiums are doing to people.
Yeah. You just came through this process.
Yeah.
So let's talk two numbers, ballparks.
Please.
In what you are currently paying, what was about the cost savings annually?
My cost savings on this new program is about 24 to 27%. Depends on if you calculate it on last year's numbers
Well,
or
that's
the
where I'm
eight.
going. Yeah, because it's two different things. Because your renewal was coming up.
My renewal was coming up at 8 to 12% increase.
Yeah.
And my cost savings with the new program has decreased it a little over 24%.
Did you have to
24.4%.
change benefits to your employees?
No, I made them better. I actually made them better.
And you made them better and you're paying less.
Yes.
So when you first heard about this program, even though we had done business for 5 years, were you a little skeptical?
Oh, absolutely. I mean, I came out of the industry. Think about that. I I used to teach the licensing class. The way that this is structured was unheard of years ago. And I've been out of the insurance business for about 10 years. But yeah, it just, we have always been dedicated into giving the best benefits we could afford to give our employees. We pay 90% of our employee portion. So we put good money into benefits and to save 24% on that number. Yeah, I will tell you, it's flat out. We are saving about $75,000 a year.
Well, and I'm glad that you brought that up because it's $75,000 a year, and you have how many employees that are covered?
We have 23, I think.
Okay. So
20, somewhere in there. I mean, I have 27. I think maybe only 18 are covered. I'm not sure.
well, here's the point though. You're
Yeah.
not a 500-person company.
No.
Not today, anyways. And you're saving $75,000 a year. And this
Now
is
some of that is part of employee savings. I mean, we passed a lot of that on to our employees. So
understand, but you haven't reduced benefits. They're actually getting
better
benefits. They're actually going to get paid more without giving them a raise.
Yep.
And this isn't a one-time cost or
No.
one-time cost reduction. This is actually ongoing.
Year
And
after year.
So I want to share with people the just very simple structure on this is that the traditional health insurance benefits process is information's collected, they call it a census and employee census, and that information is then put out to the major carriers for bidding, and the carriers come back, and let's just take a company of Kevin's size. They have 20, let's say 20 employees. 5 are not as healthy as they could be, maybe older, they have some issues, and the rest of the 15 are maybe in that middle group. But the fact of the matter is they all get put into one pot. The benefit company comes back and gives them a premium, but here's one of the biggest differences. In the premium that comes back, the broker sees it first. Generally, the broker looks at that premium and wants to be a hero. I'm not beating up brokers, but Kevin, is this true so far?
Sure, yeah.
Premium comes back and they want to be a hero. So they go to the employer and they say, hey, you know what? It was pretty significant increase this year, but I was able to get the provider down 5%. So we're saving you money. Now, the reality of it is, did the broker make more money, Kevin? Yes or no?
Sure. They got a percentage of the increase.
Because percentage of the increase, but yet they try to be a hero. Kevin, how is the structure now? I could tell you, but you know,
if you weren't going to say it, I was, but you guys are getting paid a percentage of the savings. So everything.
Go ahead.
So the you know what, honestly, you guys don't care about the commission on the insurance as much as you're looking at how much did you save, and we're going to charge you a percentage of your savings.
Yeah.
And if we saved you more, we get paid more. If we save you less, then we get paid less.
And here's the thing. So the company that we partner with is Claim Links, and they had that is the one of the biggest differences is that it's not a percentage of the premium, it's a percentage of the savings. Number one. Number two, they have a vested interest in keep cost savings down. And this will blow your mind. And I was gonna have it pulled up, but as you and I know, there was we had a little bit of a technical issue starting. I just saw an article that was profiling the major carrier requested increases for next year. The smallest number I saw was 30% of the major
Oh
carriers.
wow. Yeah,
Now they're not
I
going to
know ours was coming out at I think 14% this year. This week it would have hit me.
and they're not going to necessarily get those because there is some regulation in the percent of increase. But the point is
Mhm.
they're going up. And they're going to
Oh,
continue to go up. And so one of the things that this program does is that the company that we work with is they have a vested interest in keeping costs down in educating. They have a vested interest in helping reduce prescription costs. And the biggest thing is it's a direct contact. There's no 800 number. There's no overseas person answering the phone. You actually have dedicated team members on their team that you and anybody on the team can call.
Pat, I would tell you the two stories in the last week. Now we've only signed up 13 days ago. One, I had an employee that was having problems with our insurance carrier, Blue Cross, renewing her prescription. Somebody from Claim Links got on a three-way call with the pharmacy section of Blue Cross and helped her solve the problem. Today I'm on the phone with them saying, "Hey, this guy's got a problem with, we just switched. So his doctor's giving him a hard time about switching insurance. Don't worry. What's his phone number? I'll call him right now."
Isn't that great?
Yeah, it's,
Yeah. Yeah. And there's very little change to the consumer. Instead of one card, they have two cards. There's a
correct.
primary and
Yep.
there's a secondary.
Yep.
So
And like I said, Pat, I got to customize some things that I didn't like about Blue Cross's plan that or about I don't even remember what the new carriers at, but basically they were mirroring our old Blue Cross plan.
right.
And our old Blue Cross plan, the deductibles and co-insurance on emergency room care, in my mind, was too high. An
Yeah.
employee doesn't have control of, their kid breaks their arm, they want to go to the emergency room, and they're going to be out a full deductible or $1,000 plus their co-insurance. And I went, no, I don't want my people treated that way. Here's what I'm going to make the co-insurance or the copay. I want a copay amount for that. And they said, okay, yeah, we can do that, no problem.
And we even with making that change, you still had the significant cost savings.
Correct.
So Kevin, let's put a little ribbon on this. So if a business owner, and let me just say this before I ask you this program, and people will say, well, will my business benefit from it? I would say if you have 5 to 10 or more employees, you're definitely going to benefit significantly on it. How much up to a number? Call us. There
Right.
is so much opportunity. We're talking with a firm right now. It's a 160 person firm, and right now their projected savings is pretty close to $2 million.
Wow.
And so, what would you share, having gone through the process now, and if somebody's hearing this and they go, like, is this real or should I look at it? What would you share?
It's definitely real. There's a little bit of legwork to do. Your employees have to fill out their applications and things like that. It's not any different than any other insurance program, in that there's paperwork involved. And as far as anything I'm asking for, they're giving me. It like you said, it sounds weird, but it's a smaller company. I know I can call my people at Claims Link, and they're going to answer the phone.
Yeah.
I email them, they answer. It's not going to, claims at bigbadinsurancecompany.com.
Right.
It's going to somebody that can say, this is how this works and this is how we can fix it. And here's how we'll address it.
Absolutely. And everybody, just as a reminder, keep in mind They work with all the major carriers. And if you want to stay with, let's say you're with Blue Cross Blue Shield, you can stay with Blue Cross Blue Shield. And we still get to help people with the savings on that.
Right.
So, Kevin, thank you so much for sharing that story.